Last night when I was sleeping, that's when the idea for this video came to me. And most times the inspirations that I have come when I'm sleeping. And I was in a dream when the idea for this video came to me. I got the message and even the title in my head. The message that came to my mind was so clear, and the quotes, they were so clear that I thought to myself, no need to get up to write it because I know this. I said it. And I went back to sleep, only to wake up to realize that, yes, I still have the concept of the message, but it's like I don't have the vocabulary or the words to express the reality of what's going on in my mind, or to express the reality of my life in context of this video, or what this video is about. At least for me, ideas comes to me at night. It comes when I'm sleeping. Sometimes I hear these words, but not in a freaky way or in a scary way. But I hear this voice and I hear these words and this message outline that just gets poured or dropped in my spirit. But if I do not wake up to write it down, which I rarely do because I believe that it's so vivid and so clear. Like, how could I ever forget this? But I wake up and it's gone. Or at least I don't remember the whole thing. So now I have to crack my head. But I was thinking to myself, why do I often get this inspiration and these ideas, these profound thoughts while I sleep? Why do they always come to me in form of a dream? And I wonder, perhaps it's because, you see, most of us during the day, we have so much distractions. So unless you're intentional with stopping, with quieting, unless you're intentional with stillness and mindfulness, groundedness, when God speaks in your busyness, in you running around, you miss it, you'll not hear his voice. And so when you sleep, when your spirit and your own thinking, your consciousness, in a way, is silent, then he can speak. I guess then you can hear the voice. And so without me waiting for a perfect time, or without me waiting to acquire the perfect vocabulary, because there is a saying, there is a motto that I try to incorporate in my life, and that is DIB, D-I-B-B. Do it badly, baby. You don't always have to wait for things. Things doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it's getting done, just do it badly. And everything will align. Things will catch up. So without no further delay, I will try to talk about this just as I received it last night. You have got to detach yourself from this world. When I say you have to detach from the world, what I mean is, do not buy the dreams that the world is selling. Because the only way for you to buy that dream is you have to be asleep to buy the dream. You see, there is something about this world that I don't think that most of us are aware of, or at least we tend to minimize those things. We tend to minimize the things about this world that we know. And so we get attached to the things that this world wants us to be attached to. Detach yourself from the dreams that this world tell you to buy. You know the areas in your life and the places that you need detachment. There are certain times that we have seen certain things, even in media, or in real life, certain things that point us to the very fact that there are some dark stuff that is going on in this world. You have got to detach yourself from the world, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Just because somebody wears a coat or a suit, and they're on screen or on TV and they tell you something, you don't have to believe that. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. How many things in your life did you grow up believing? And that's because the world told you to believe, only to find out now that it was all a lie. And it got me thinking, how many more things are a lie? Like, how many more things are a lie? And I've witnessed certain things that was pushed on us as people. Certain things that were pushed on us, and it was like, oh, if you do not accept this, then you're a bad person. Only for years later to find out that the people who refused to find out that the people who pushed that stuff on the rest of the world, the people who pushed that agenda, who pushed that narrative, who pushed that fear to you and I, they were wrong all along. And our gut, our instinct for not believing, our instinct for saying, hold on now, was correct all along. But they villainized us. They villainized the people. Before I say too much, detach from this world, detach from the message and the agenda of this world. Do not buy the dreams. Your life is more than just making a living. You decide what you want to do with your life. So what I'm saying is, do not put your hope in this world. If you want to go and have a homestead, detach yourself from being dependent on this world. You realize why you can't rely on this world to tell you how to feel, to come and save you. You cannot rely on this world to be honest with you. I'm talking about the very people that come to you and say, hey, we want to educate you, we want to teach you this. But the only reason they are doing that is so that they will be able to control you. I'm talking about the very people who are up here, according to our society, the very people who are here, the very people who are running things. And most of these people, we do not know them. But most of our ideas, our belief, and our outlook and approach on life, they are the reason why we pursue certain things that we pursue. They are the reason we believe certain things that we believe, and the reason we do not believe as well. And so when the world keeps telling me right from birth that there is no God, that I came from a monkey, then why do we still have monkeys? And you see, we believe those things and we don't even ask questions. And it doesn't even make sense, most of the things that we believe. But we believe it. And so that's what I'm saying. Detach from this lie. There is something I believe that is going on deeper, and there is a place that we are heading towards. There is a world, a future that we are heading towards that won't be as comfortable as what we've been used to. And since the world taught me that there is no God, I'm rejecting that publicly. Since that year 2020, I can't be the only one who just feel that something is off in this world as a whole. The world tried to make us comfortable. It's like a pig, right? Or like a cow for slaughter. See, before they take them to the slaughter pen, they feed them. They make them very comfortable. They make them feel good. They give them everything that they want to eat, and they gouge themselves. But they have no idea that it's because they are getting them ready. They are getting them fattened up for slaughter. And I believe that's where most of us are, attached to comfort, attached to things that put our souls and our spirit to sleep. You have to wake up. And for me personally, in the terms of detaching from this world, another step to that is also, when you detach from this world, seek to start attaching to God. It is important that you attach to God, and the reason you have to do it is because this world that has done nothing but lie to us, tell us what's real and what's fake, only for us to later find out that it's completely the opposite, has always told us from birth that there is no God. And I found out that's a lie. And if you do not know whether that's a lie or not, I'll tell you, go seek. I'm not here to convince anybody. You have to seek it for yourself. If your issue is intellectual, there are many years and history of this stuff. You go do the work, go search it out. I believe without a shadow of a doubt that you will find the truth. Do not buy the dream that the world is selling to you. You don't have to live where the world tells you that you have to live in. If you want to live on the land, if you want to figure out a way to break out of the confinement, you do it. So what I mean by being detached from the world is starting to be on a journey, or starting to embark on the journey to be less dependent on this world. Do what it is that you have to do for yourself, because there is a place that this world is heading to, and it is by design. And our level of dependency on this world will only get increased as time goes on. Take everything that this world is selling with a grain of salt. Why? Why? Because the world has done nothing but lie to you and I. But let me not say too much. If you know what I'm saying, I think you know what I'm saying. And when next you hear that lie, how many times has the world sold us an agenda? You and I. And we believe this growing up. For so many years, our life was governed by that lie that we believed. They told us what was real and what's not. They told us what we should believe, what you go this way, do this and do this. They tell us, oh, this is not real, that's real, and we believed it. Years later, we come to find out that it was completely the opposite. Years later, we came to find out that the very thing that they told us to believe was false. And it wasn't because it's a mistake, but they did it on purpose. And so I'm left with the only logical conclusion. There has to be a hand behind these lies. And so since I'm detaching from this world, I think one of my approach is to look at everything that the world tried to divert me from. Because if history has taught me anything, is that when the world tell you to look at the left, It's because there is something at the right that they don't want you to see.